As well, the president continues, and he did this week, to take unilateral action without going back to Congress, first on big business, then on small business, and then this week partly suspending the individual mandate. George, I want to begin with a question that I asked Governor Huckabee. What do you expect to happen on January 2nd when people actually, under this new system, have to go to their doctors and start getting health care?
Well, there's going to be the backlash cubed. At this point, Chris, it's very hard to quantify. Perhaps most of the law has already in some sense been waived or otherwise suspended. The president said this week that the suspensions of the employer mandate and the individual mandate, et cetera, do not go to the core of the law. If not that, what is the core of the law? By now, it seems to me fair to say three things. First, if he'd told the truth about the law, about keeping your doctor in your health care, he probably wouldn't have been elected in 2012. Second, he'd be better off today if in 2012 the Chief Justice had voted the other way and he'd struck down the law. It wouldn't be such a burden on this presidency. But beyond that, we've now added to incompetence and dishonesty naked unfairness when he says, if you had health insurance and it was canceled, you're preferred. If you didn't have health insurance, you can still be punished by the government for not getting it. People just think it's, unfair.
Is it as bleak as that, Kirsten?
It's pretty bleak, yeah. I think it's also creating, it's sort of chaotic. And when it comes to health care, which is something that's so personal to every person, to have this sense of chaos, to not really know when he keeps changing the rules of what people have to do. Now, do you have to get health insurance or do you not? I think it's confusing to a lot of people if they're required to have it. And then you have situations like the Oregon Health Exchange sending out notes to everybody saying, if you don't hear from us by January 1st, you should probably get health insurance somewhere else. Well, that's kind of scary to people, and so I think this isn't as it was sold. And I think that, as George is right, as we get to January 1st, 2nd, and start seeing people maybe not having health insurance and thinking that they did, it's just going to get worse.